Well, at this point, the skydiving instructor has been missing in the water for about 4 hours, which is why this search has now been declared a recovery effort. Even though it's the roof of this building that collapsed this morning, now firefighters are concerned about the stability of the walls. It's the first day of Menominee Spring Carnival, but it looks like I'm the only one here. 15 inches, so they got off easy, not the full 17. But the storm did not stop there and continued uprooting trees into the backyard, and it's come so far inland, it's taken out a tree and even a light post. But if you do get out and play and all this snow, that can help send those winter blues running. Coming up at 6, we'll tell you about the proposed timeline for the project, a little bit more about the residential developer involved. Franz Hobart now has until mid-August to decide whether or not they'll move forward with the purchase and redevelopment of the Hotel Northland. Well, Cammie, in March, Packers president Mark Murphy said he wanted Brett Favre, quote, back in the family. Aaron Rodgers has said it's time to move forward, but Packers fans haven't been quite as ready for that. This is Maddie, the beautiful Labrador retriever who started this whole mess. She started chasing the bear. When the bear turned around to chase her, that's when Ninneman came to the rescue. With every painful step, 20-year-old Zach Nguyen is celebrating. It's the 1-week anniversary of what could have been his death. Last Wednesday, he took his 2-year-old Ducati 748 for a ride.
A friend had called me up to hang out, so I was heading out over there.
Zach was riding his motorcycle in this direction, east on County Road II, when a pickup truck coming in the other direction turned at this intersection right in front of him. Zach didn't have time to stop and slammed into the side of the truck.
The next thing I knew I just blacked out. I don't remember anything after that.
I was just sitting down for dinner when I got a call from the social worker at the hospital.
Zach had been rushed to Theda Clark's emergency room.
It's the worst nightmare you can possibly go through.
He had broken several vertebrae and ribs, among other things.
My collarbone's broken. All the facial bones up here are fractured. I fractured the back of my skull.
But he was alive.
That was actually what saved his life, because you can see where it took the impact.
If he hadn't had a helmet on, he probably would have had an open skull fracture with, brain material coming out from that. You're not going to survive that type of an accident.
Now, Zach is telling everyone.
It's not one of those things that, oh, I don't look cool or, in with wearing a helmet, but it's either that or you could be dead. I like to stress that fact.
It's a long road to full recovery, but thanks to his helmet, it's a walk he's still alive to take. In Winnebago County, Jennifer Ann Wilson, Action 2 News. This red Honda crossed an illegal street race finish line for the final time Wednesday night before hitting the electricity pole outside Shelly Olson's Menasha home.
Yeah, I heard that sitting in the back of the house, and I was like, wow.
Neighbors say street racing does happen here, but it never ends like this.
They usually start at Taco Street, and I'm assuming, seeing I'm not a participant in it, that the railroad tracks down here are the finish line.
This is the first time something that serious going that fast. Yeah.
It was a rare sight for Menasha police, too.
It is not that common, obviously, to come upon a crash of that severity and find nobody around.
The crash left behind a snapped-off electricity pole, pieces of a vehicle littered all along the side of the road, and a mangled car right here. The only thing missing from the scene was the driver. The driver abandoned the crumpled red Honda with help from the competition.
He had turned around down here and came up to him and said, "Come on, get in."
The Honda's plates are expired, but police do not believe it was stolen.
Good morning! First day of school!
When you cross the street at Judy's Corner,
I think it's very important to tell the kids good morning. Hi, kids! First day of school! And you all look so cute!
You know you'll reach the other side.
Oh, here we go. This is a busy corner.
With an extra spring in your step.
You look so pretty. You're all dressed up. You look like you're going to a party. I think that's part of the job too. Encourage the children.
The biggest part of her job is keeping the kids at Nicolay Elementary safe.
Cars are tough. They don't always slow down. It's like they don't even see the children.
And when drivers don't yield at the crosswalk,
I usually turn my sign right into their face so that they know. right in his face.
Judy does whatever it takes
I'm a tough cookie.
to make sure the biggest risk taken at her crosswalk
I was explaining to him he has to walk his bike across.
is dreaming big.
It's wonderful. That is something you will be able to pursue a career in when you get older, because they need mathematicians. You've got to encourage them.
Jennifer Ann Wilson, Action 2 News. Apartment 74, Brandon Roberts.
I think my apartment was the one that the bulldozer went in, so it looks like I can actually see the opening of my house, and it's pretty much everything's gone.
Apartment 2, Rebecca Armstrong.
There's poems that my daughter wrote for me, and it's like I'm never gonna have that stuff again.
Apartment 6, Julie Provo and her grandson Owen.
I had just recently got a pirate ship. And
it melted.
It melted in the fire is what he keeps saying. So that's his big thing, is because that's gone now.
Because we need to find a new apartment and get a pirate ship and get some toys.
One by one, those who called the 74-unit Hilltop Place home.
There's nothing left in my apartment, my bedroom, nothing.
Entered Landglade School for the Red Cross disaster relief meeting.
They've lost everything. They don't know where to turn to or where to go to, and that's part of what we do, is providing that comfort and care and giving them a sense of direction when right now they just feel lost.
Each left with a list of resources and money for immediate needs.
They gave you a debit card for groceries and food.
I got my medicines refilled that I lost in the fire, and so I got those now, so I feel better about that.
They also received 9 days' rent and security deposit money from their landlord. But no one got the one thing they wanted most.
My daughter's like, Mom, it's just a nightmare and I'm going to wake up soon. I hope so.
In Alloway, Jennifer Ann Wilson, Action 2 News.